All right, everybody. How we doing out there? It's Doc and Mav with ReadySetCrypto. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of December. Welcome aboard. Let us know where you're coming in from. Please, if you would, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Smash the likes. Get us on the algorithm and let your friends know that you're on board here. We're going to be talking for about the next half hour. We've got a hard stop at the bottom of the hour today. So we'll start off in a few minutes once everybody gets sort of rounded up. And we'll do a couple of things. First of all, Mav will go over his coins of the day, and then I'll bring up the tail end of the session with any coins that you guys want me to take a look at. Any coin pairs, so get those in right now. Let us know where you're coming in from. Say hello. What you got, Mav?
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? It is a somewhat flat, if not a little bit down day in the market, but that's okay. We're going to be talking about some great coins you should be considering right now as we begin the month and end the year and going into next year, I suppose. So, yeah, I got some really good ones today. But right now, let's talk about where you guys are coming in from, get things a little warmed up here. Again, don't forget to hit the little like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And yeah, all right, where's everyone coming in from?
Well, we got Crypto Hammer and Tejas. Let's see, Jack is coming in from Houston. We have Daniel in Oregon, Vaude in South Carolina, Paranoid in London, Modi in Brisbane, Shane O'Connor, how you doing? Good to see you. Colorado, we've got Mike from Adelaide, and Andy from New York. That's great. Okay, Crypto Cube with... Coob, are you the first Omicron patient, #1 in the U.S. out there?
Patient O.
All right. Welcome aboard, everybody. We got Canada. We got Western Australia, Esperance. Fantastic. Great to see you, everybody. Again, I'm Doc. He's Mav. He's the voice. He'll be starting on his, yeah, you're #1. All right. He'll be... Mav will be starting on his list here in just a second here once we get all the puppies in a box. All right, Gordon in Vegas, baby. Welcome aboard. Okay, Mav, why don't you do your thing, man?
Alrighty. So let's jump over to the screen share. And as always, if you want to follow along with what I'm talking about, the link is in the bio below. Look for the little finger next to it. Because, yeah, if you're on a phone, even an iPad, I wouldn't recommend it. I would, if you want to dig into some of this information that I'm talking about today and just make it easier on yourself, do that. And, yeah, let's get started. So first, I want to do a little bit of recap. We obviously were not on the air last week with the holiday here in the States. So thank you for giving us a little time off here, but we're back. But I do want to recap to our stream exactly 2 weeks ago where this was our list that we went over. We covered projects such as Avalanche, Phantom, Kusama, Sandbox, AMP, Gala, Voyager Token, Illuvium, my neighbor Alice. Pretty solid list. And if I don't, hype myself up a little bit here, within, I think, 24 or 48 hours of me doing that stream and talking about these coins, I believe it was Avalanche, Sandbox, and Voyager Token were the top 3 gainers in the top 100. So, hey, it does you a little bit of favor to watch these streams, I think. But let's get into today's topic. The coins we're going to be considering right at the beginning of December. And again, going into 2022, what I've done with this list in particular is one of the common things you guys say is, oh, you're talking about either too big of coins or too small in terms of market cap. You're talking about stuff that's like just outside of the top 10 or, you know, in the 500s or 900s or whatever. So today we're going to talk about some mid caps. I define these as being between like a market cap rank about 50 and 200 or so. These are the guys that are, you know, they've definitely started to get some snowball effect, but they're just outside the precipice of like the top cryptos. And I think that makes them very interesting plays for, you know, building some wealth. This isn't going to give you the same sort of effect that a moonshot would if you land that needle in a haystack and get that 100x, but you'll definitely make more profit if you have a mid cap focused portfolio versus a large cap one, if some of those do well over the others. If you get one of those ones that goes from rank 50 to, you know, rank 10 or something like that, you're going to, you know, double or triple, quadruple your money there. And I think that's a really solid play. So you're kind of balancing risk and opportunity in an optimal way. And I think that's one of the more, you know, interesting plays we can definitely do, especially going into the new year, especially with things like aforementioned Omicron and other curveballs that we're getting all sorts of times, all sorts of days. This helps you balance the risk and opportunity in a space as volatile as crypto in times as crazy as these. So anyways, let's dig into some of these and why I have chosen them. So a couple of these I'm going to be talking about because they have events or some sort of release in the month of December 2021. That makes them good short-term plays for, you know, just the flip, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the mob, the crypto market, has a very short-term memory. They can only look 1 week ahead or so. You know, they're not really looking ahead as to what's coming down the pipeline. And pretty commonly, we will see projects that have big releases. You'll see the price run up to that release date, and it's a really easy way to, I've called it like the easiest and safest way to make money in the crypto space. Just bet on big upcoming releases and you'll do pretty well. So in that fashion, one of these projects that are doing that or have a big release coming up is Engine, which is a gaming and NFT focused project. And in particular, they're going to be releasing the NFT oriented affinity blockchain, something they've been working on. I think this will help them really break into that GameFi space that's starting to develop, that play to earn space, where we're just, you know, combining the best of DeFi and some of this like gaming NFT energy right now. Some of the hottest stuff, like hottest trends in crypto right now. And Engine has been around for a long time, so they know what they're doing. You know, they've always kind of been in this like market cap rank 60 to 80 range, at least every time I've looked at them. So you know, they haven't quite broken through yet. They've always kind of been just outside the precipice. I think this will help them really start to make a name for themselves and distinguish themselves against the competition. So Engine is one to check out. Another one that is doing a big release coming up later this month is Thorchain, and they're going to be integrating with Terra, which is you will know as the Luna ticker. Terra is a blockchain that uses the Luna token as sort of a balance. It is kind of a smart contract platform. And in this regard, Thorchain is going to be integrating with them because they're a lot of the DeFi stuff. They're doing automated market maker stuff. I've said that I like what they're doing better than like Bancor or Uniswap. And yeah, I think this is an important step forward towards DeFi becoming bigger and better, and projects like Thorchain really starting to break through. As you can see, this is market cap rank 63, whereas, you know, Terra is like what, 10 right now. Just had an amazing run up yesterday. So I think Thorchain kind of, you know, tying their ship to the success of Terra, really solid move. And I think they're going to continue to do really well in 2022. Another one that I like is Stacks. So Stacks is also doing a lot of NFT, DeFi stuff. And they're also going to be putting out a big NFT release, as well as a big upgrade later, actually just a week from now. So this is another project to watch, another one that I'm just really liking from the NFT side of things, one of those bets that I'm looking at right now. But you know, kind of similar to that, one I really like, and one I've seen is called like a Solana Killer, which is pretty much the most on fire smart contract platform right now. having recently, I believe it's at market rank 5 right now, Solana, with that sort of having a recent run up and people starting to look beyond Ethereum, everyone's kind of looking as to, okay, what's going to define what comes after Ethereum? What's the next Ethereum? And in this case, Cadena is a project that is trying to blend a lot of what Ethereum does well and what Bitcoin does well. So they're actually proof of work, but they're doing a lot of the stuff that has made Ethereum successful, and a lot of the Ethereum competitors that have recently come to market and really made a name for themselves. So I see Cadena being market cap rank 69, nice, as like a really great opportunity for basically maybe the next Solana, maybe the next Ethereum. Definitely one that is undervalued for some of the potential it has. All right, let's start moving a little bit faster here because I know we got a hard stop. Harmony is another one we've talked about multiple times on these streams, and they're going to be launching a trustless Ethereum bridge. Very cool project here. They're able to do connect proof of work and proof of stake projects, interoperability, cross-chain. That's going to be a big trend we're going to see in 2022 as the space continues to scale and just grow up. Economy is another one that has been around a long time, and they're doing some really interesting stuff from the NFT perspective. And again, this is a pretty common theme with today's stream. I am looking for the next big NFT marketplace. I want to capture the next OpenSea or Foundation. I want to be a part of that. So that's where I'm making bets on things like Economy, where they're at market cap rank 98, and they're doing really cool stuff like collaborations with Marvel, DC, and Cartoon Network and Star Trek. So they're doing a lot of really interesting stuff. They got some great technology behind them. Definitely an interesting bet with that one. Another big trend I'm going to see in 2022, maybe one of the biggest, is DAOs. And DAOs have been around for a long time, pretty much since the start of Ethereum. But I think they're really going to start to come into their own in 2022. And that's where projects like Rally, with the ticker RLY and market cap rank of 119, that's where we're going to start to see some really interesting stuff pick up, especially as it relates to, like DAOs, the decentralized autonomous organizations. But where Rally is doing some interesting stuff is in social, like social tokens, social money. That's a really big trend we're going to see in 2022 as people move away from centralized social media and just start to socialize money. So Rally in this case is almost like a crypto Patreon, easily able to monetize your work. And again, just trying to build more socially capable elements into a token structure. So really cool stuff. Radium is another one I think is really cool. This one is built on the Solana blockchain. And the fact that it is, just recently a very big mover, but still market cap rank of 146. I think that's a big opportunity because, as you see here, one of the main features of Radium, what they represent, what they do, they're a launchpad. And launchpads are one of my favorite projects in 2021. I've seen really great stuff out of stuff like Polkastarter. And now that Solana is, kind of made a name for itself, it's the next Polkadot or next Ethereum or whatever, having, a bet on what is maybe the next big launchpad on Solana, hey, that just makes sense. And Radium is doing some really interesting stuff. So again, they're a launchpad on Solana. I think they're going to do some really interesting stuff in 2022. Definitely one to watch. Another one is Serum, which is kind of, as I've described here, if Robinhood had a cryptocurrency equivalent, it's Serum. And don't really like the name, but otherwise I like their position at 148. I like what they're doing from a trading perspective in terms of offering quick, low-fee trading, interactive charts, really just helping to bring DeFi into a whole new era of decentralized trading and helping to, really just up the game, bring DeFi into a whole new space. And again, for this to be built on Solana, where Solana's, one of the hottest right now, I think it's just an easy, natural play. I think it's just going to do well based off that association alone, but also because it's got some really great tech under the hood. So last one to talk about is energy. And energy is one of those ones that a long time we've been seeing sort of this like decentralized power grid idea thrown around in the crypto space. And I've yet to see a project really pull it off. But that's where a project like Energy really kind of comes into play. It's doing a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, I could go on and on about this one, but I think we're going to move along and talk about the charts. So, Doc, what are you seeing from the market perspective? How is this week an opportunity to you, or is it time to kind of continue to take shelter as we're moving a little bit sideways now?
I'm still kind of locked in on that. Your comment that you made on Serum. I keep thinking about, like, what are the worst named projects that are out there? Going over those in my
love potion.
Smooth love potion. Oh man, I'm sorry I brought that up. Okay, all right. Let's jump over to the charts here. Let's go. Let's see if I got. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. The thing I wanted to bring up today is we're always looking at the bigger picture of things today, and the larger equity markets got hammered pretty bad today because of the uncertainty that came along with not only yesterday's comment from Jay Powell that inflation is no longer transitory, although I have my comments on that in a second. And then today we have patient 0 out in California today for Omicron. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's an overreaction, but this can spill over. We've seen this spill over into the crypto market. It's something to be aware of, because if and probably a bad analogy here, but if the equity market catches flu, it's going to be felt by the crypto market, at least initially, while these margin calls play out, because people will sell anything that's liquid to be able to raise capital. So just be aware of that. So even though all these cryptos can be an inflation hedge and can be a hedge against the equities market, at least initially they're viewed as a risk asset and a source of capital. So just keep that in mind. Also, what I'm noticing here is today, regardless of the fact that we think that we have inflation, if you look at this for the past 4 days, the 10-year note, interest rate has been dropping. So why is the interest rate dropping if we're experiencing inflation or expect to be seeing inflation going the other way? Well, to me, there's only one answer to that, and that is the bond market is thinking that economic activity is going to slow down for one reason or another. So whatever that means, it's usually the smartest market out there. Okay, with that, let me just go over the top two, and then I'll go to your list if if we have time. We don't really have time here. I've just got time for a few cryptos here. So BTC right now is actually in great shape. Look at this. It's a daily chart. Looks really good. We have a decision box here, which is right around this level. And we also have the swing test, which is right there. So everything is really good about this pullback down to this level. Looks really good. Energy ready to go. The only problem that this chart has is weekly chart is a little tired. So my thesis for this is right now it's still in a cup with handle pattern. It's building the handle at this point, getting ready for a breakout, but it's not yet ready to go. So that is BTC. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum actually looks really good right now. It's doing the shake and bake. It's doing exactly what it needs to do to sustain further gains. And we have a nice high price target on this one, very high energy level. Volume looks good on this. A little bit of a red candle today because I think we're getting some spillover from the equities market. People are starting to raise cash already. So this may take another week to sort out. So some of the ones that you guys were asking about, like Solana. Solana looks really good for a breakout right now. Now the problem here, and I don't know if this is just Binance US, is a bad place to chart this from, but there's no breakout volume here. When you break out from a pattern, you've got to have volume. You've got to have something pushing it out of there. And a price alone just won't do it without the volume. You've got to get somebody in pain. And pain is what makes the price move. So Solana looks good, but I'm a little concerned that the breakout may fail. Okay, some other ones that were requested. Yeah, let's see. There was Suitor versus Tether. This one is, frankly, not a good-looking chart. Now, there could be a base being built here. There could be a base being built with a handle pattern here. This is going to have to break out real strong to that level. So that's your level, at least versus the US dollar, is a penny for this thing to break out. Okay, another one, let's see, Algorand was requested, or at least there was some commentary in Algorand. Algorand looks pretty good at this point. It's just in this big consolidation for right now, so it's kind of hung on this point. You can see that if you jump out to a larger time frame chart, this actually looks okay. This is range expansion, range contraction. It's building up. So the next level it's got to break above is 2. So it's got to break above 2, real strong with some good volume here. Another request was for Matic versus Ethereum. I may or may not have that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Matic versus Ethereum is kind of hung into this pattern here. I don't have a whole lot of data for this one, but it's hung into this pattern. It's building a basing pattern here at this point. The important level is going to be 0.0005. So this is this level here. Got to see volume on the breakout. Got to see volume on the breakout from this pattern. So far it's okay, but this is sort of, this is kind of a dreary pattern. There's better assets that are moving better on this. Okay, another one to look at via request. You got to get these things in early, guys. Otherwise I run out of time. Is Floki. Floki. So what's going on with Floki? Well, Poloniex doesn't have enough volume on this one. I guess that's all right. Okay, so descending patterns break to the upside. So we have a descending pattern here, and there is that trend line. Looks like it's breaking out today, but what's the problem? What's it missing? It's missing a volume. So across the board today, we're not seeing good volume, and that is a little bit of a concern. So we're seeing good price movement, but no real volume. Last one I can do here today, and then we're going to have to wrap things up for today's session, is API3. And I'll look at this versus Tether. And this versus Tether is just a big, wide, slappy pattern. The best view I can come up with this is that there's a base line of about 7. So this is going to have to break out through 7. We're going to have to see big volume here on the break above 7. And then this will, this should very quickly go the depth of the base if that happens. But it's all based on this getting up to the breakout level, that neckline at 7, getting some decent volume, and then taking off from that point. All right. Those are, sorry guys, those are the only ones that we have time for today. Be happy to, if there's any other coin requests you guys want to do, the best way is to get us in the Discord channel. So if you look below here, there's a Discord link. You can join us on Discord. And just if you have questions, or if you want to bring up something, or even a better way to do this would be to join us on Omnia as well too, because we interact with people every day on Omnia. And that's an easier way for us to interact with us. And plus, this is what I do every day on Omnia, is I'm giving, you know, about a 5 to 10 minute overview on what the market's showing us in coins that are setting up to buy. So, Mav, you got any closing comments for us today?
Yeah, if you want to sign up for Omnia, it's below. I also talk about the coins that we talked about today, as well as some other ones that, you know, I'm just constantly looking for new opportunities for you. We also have a free Discord that you could get in and talk about crypto. It's a great place to ask questions, learn about crypto, learn about, you know, sort of the macro environment, on-chain analysis, etc. It's a great place to get started, learn, grow, and be in a place, be a part of a community where we're not about shilling coins and just, you know, tribalism. We're about fundamentals and quality. So that's what we represent. That's why we continue to, you know, be a part of this space and run a community that's focused on that, because we believe in that. Similar to ReadySetCrypto, Doc also runs ReadySetTrade, which you can get started also down in the bio below. We just started doing a holiday sale. So for the month of December, you can get all of our courses for a reduced price. It's a great way to start trading. We like to say that you can end this year with a beginning, start learning how to really effectively trade, especially, you know, maybe branch out beyond crypto, start to learn things like options, especially before they start to be offered more and more in the crypto space. So Doc, that is, you know, that's his baby, and he has poured a lot of time and effort into making some really great classes as part of that. So there's no better time to get in. Again, it's all discounted. It's a great place to get started learning how to trade as effectively as possible. So other than that, guys, I hope you're doing well. Hope, the holiday and this month continues to do pretty decently. I think we're ending this year, as we've said many times, very strong. I think especially some of the macro indicators and events of the past week or so just continue to strengthen the narrative for Bitcoin and crypto. And yeah, I think we're about to finish this year out and look towards a new one that I said this a year ago. I have no idea what's going to happen, where we're going to be, but I think being in crypto is the right place to be, trying to hedge that at least. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back here next week, same time. But until then, take care out there. Cheers, guys. And yeah, we'll see you then. Bye.
All right. See you, everybody. Bye now.
Guys.